Come on, people, get moving, please. Making the place look untidy. Especially you.
Your school days.
Why are you late?
Forgot this.
Well, that's not good enough.
Love them?
All my life, I've not been offered stuff like this or anything special, so if you can find it in your heart to vote for me, then...
Yeah, I'm actually gonna cry.
Or loathe them?
See, I don't have all the numbers at the bottom, though.
These ones here?
Yeah.
Well, they're letters, not numbers.
Same here.
You never forget them.
Oh, mate, wait till I get that ginger little bastard all this.
At this school in Yorkshire, things are changing.
As we know, people, Northerners were proper right clever, aren't we, Jade?
There's a new head teacher.
Quite scary, is it?
Good, keep it that way.
With a new plan.
I came to this school knowing exactly what I wanted to achieve. Yes, improve exam results. Yes, make behaviour better.
You cheeky bitch.
But the most important thing for me is that alongside everything else that we give them, they walk out of here as decent human beings who are ready for the world. And if that doesn't happen, we have failed them.
Stop crying, you mangy bugger.
But when you're dealing with teenagers, life's never straightforward.
Did you stamp on his head?
I don't know. I might have done.
Right, thank you.
We filmed over a year to find out what life is really like in one of our secondary schools.
There comes a tipping point. I'm going to have to ask him to leave.
For good.
For the teachers...
Yes! Let's have a massive Year 7 hug.
And the kids.
If he doesn't apologise, he's going to spend the rest of his natural life in detention.
At the very start of adult life.
It's like my eyebrows. Should have done my eyebrows on.
Your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love is lifted.
When I sing, it's like just me, nobody else. I can just like lie away. My mum says, don't let it slip. It's what God gave you. Don't let it go. So I'm like, right, I won't, I promise.
13-year-old Jack joined Thornhill 6 months ago, after his family moved areas.
When you started here, did you feel like a bit of an outsider?
Yeah, definitely. Great new school, new people, well.
Is that tough?
Yeah, it was really tough.
Okay, good. Sit down.
This, can we learn a different song instead of this? It's too complicated.
We know his family's moved around a bit, and that must make it really hard for him to settle down. Our hope is that we can work with Jack and for Jack to make sure that, at the very least, he feels like he belongs here.
And in interesting implement used to take teabag out of cup today, I'm using a stapler. Because I don't have a spoon. Ow!
It's 9:30 on Monday morning, and Jack is late for school.
Jack's a handful. I think when he first walked through the door, he was all sweetness and light, and it quickly became apparent that that probably wasn't all the story. He's got a temper the likes of which I've rarely seen. He turns the air blue often as well. And academically, he finds things tough. And I think that combination of factors in particular makes him pretty unique, really. For someone like Jack, the work of the pastoral team in a school like this is absolutely vital. He will only get through school if they get it right.
Miss, have you got a size 10 pumps, please?
Yeah?
Thank you. Yeah.
Jack is not only 45 minutes late, he's also come in wearing trainers. He's sent to pastoral head Mrs. Marsden's office to change them.
So what kind of a day are you going to have today?
I'm going to up good.
I see a little bit of myself in him because my high school time was really difficult.
What am I putting these, miss?
In there, because they stink.
I wanted someone to just go to and say, I want to do well. He wants to do the right thing, but he doesn't know how to at the moment. All right then, thank you. Bye. Right. Right.
Bloody lid.
See if anybody's said out about you. There's no on your behaviour thing. What's that? 134 behaviour points. What the hell have you been doing?
Oh, Jack, that is not good. That must be one of the biggest points.
Forgetting your equipment will get you a small number of minus points. Saying something inappropriate to a member of staff or to another student, causing a disruption, they all get you minus points. Jack is, as far as we're concerned, the Olympic champion of behaviour points.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
He gets into trouble all the time.
Don't go in all guns blazing, just go in nicely.
I will. I promise. I'm a good little pony.
Jack goes into his first lesson.
All right, miss.
No, not all right.
All right. Who are you, man? The fuck up.
Jack, that's your verbal warning, but we've not disrupt this lesson.
What do you think it would be like teaching you?
I wouldn't be able to. I'd have throttled them by now if I were a teacher and I'd tell someone like me. They wouldn't be allowed in my class if they, you know what I mean?
It's only 3 days into term, and so far Jack's missed a third of his lessons.
Yeah.
I can't go to lesson.
Can't just wander around school, Jack.
Why not? I'm gonna walk back in a bit, miss.
No, you're not allowed, Jack. You're not allowed to walk about.
I think the major challenge with Jack is actually just keeping him on the premises, so that he's not running amok somewhere else.
Jack, you're not allowed nowhere.
I am.
It's not even about getting him sat down behind a desk, because we know full well that that would cause disruption for everybody else, and we can't have that because we've got responsibilities.
But ultimately, is he not here to be in the classroom?
Yeah. No, I suppose. Yes, he is. Of course he is. He's in a mainstream school. But we have to recognise that more and more kids coming into mainstream schools are not mainstream school fodder.
Jack is finding it difficult to trust people. He does have trouble, I think, building up relationships. So, not just for Jack, but for any student, that's my role and that's the role of my office. That is a safe haven sometimes for them to come in and tell us whatever they need to get off the chest.
Mrs. Marsden is taking time to talk to Year 10 student Lydia, who's having trouble with a relationship.
I went to theirs, and because I broke up with them, and then we were all right. I came home, we were talking and stuff still on BBM and stuff like that. And then they kicked off at me, and now they deleted me. So I punched a locker.
Do you know, I've gone through my whole life and never punched a locker. Is it a man?
No, it's not. No, it's a man.
Is it a girl?
No, it's just a person.
I didn't know there were any other varieties.
It's a girl.
Right. So are you upset then, love?
Yeah, and it wound me up that she deleted me off BBM though as well.
Don't get me wrong now, don't get offended, but...
Oh, it's only Courtney. Courtney knows everything.
Yeah. What are you doing here? You alright?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
I know.
She's just punched
It's a
a
locker.
But is this your first relationship with a girl?
Well, yeah.
First serious
Proper
one with her.
Yeah,
Serious?
one, yeah.
So, to be honest, this is a big thing. It's like your first love in any relationship. You always remember that, and it's always more special. Do you definitely know that you prefer girls?
This is awkward.
No, it's
I'm
not awkward, because
I'm not a lesbian.
You think you're bisexual?
Yeah.
Right. That's really brave. But then you're a right confident girl, aren't you?
I'm presuming your mum knows.
Yeah. I told her.
She's not bothered though, I don't think she.
But nobody's here to judge you or anything. But we just want you to be happy. We're not teachers. We're not their parents. We're not their friends, really. We're just people that know them well and who they trust.
Come on, Carl, let's have a get over cuddle.
Actually, make a nice couple. I'm joking. You don't mind. I were only having a joke.
I know you are. That's embarrassing.
I know I've embarrassed myself now, actually.
gonna have a coffee, me. Great nice cup of joe. Miss, I'm gonna be having a coffee at break.
Goodness me, how come?
Yeah, I like lattes.
Why not? Get yourself a coffee.
It's break time, and Jack is with his head of year, Mr. Moses.
Did you have a good Christmas anyway?
It was alright, but the one thing that was bad about it, my grandma died.
Oh
We had to
dear.
give her a burning.
Was she buried or cremated?
She was buried, and then it's tradition to burn the caravan. And it's weird because she says she wants to be reincarnated as a butterfly.
Was it what, a butterfly?
Oh yeah, that very same day, a butterfly sat right on her caravan window till it was burnt, and she flew off. So it was my grandma.
That's quite profound, that, Jack.
Yep.
Buddhists believe in
Reincarnation.
reincarnation.
It's weird because she was a Catholic, so she wasn't a Buddhist.
Mm.
It's weird though. So I'm really family oriented. I love my family. Yeah. I don't like school. I'd rather be with my mum and my sister and that, and my dogs.
Jack comes across as being this transient sort of kid, and I'm sure that's picked up from his family background. You know, I know there is some history of traveller in the family, and I wonder if that ever goes away. As a result, I think Jack, he's always struggled to fit in.
Hopefully we'll have him here until year 11, so that we can get 3 good years, so he gets a bit of stability, it gets people that he trusts. I guess that my role is to make him feel that he does belong here, and that he trusts us enough to help him feel really part of this school and hopefully part of the community.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
Hello.
It's the 4th week of term, and the final lesson of the day.
No.
And Jack is on time.
So when am I sitting?
It's history, his favourite subject.
Okay, guys, just quieten down, please. Okay. Now, today, some of these words have been jumbled up. Does anybody have a clue what they might be? Corey, did you have an idea? Nobody else has got a clue. Jack?
Third one's Blitzkrieg.
Well done. The German word for lightning war. Jack's obviously one of the more challenging students in Thornhill, but he's got a sensitive side. He's got a side that he wants to do well. He does want to impress. I'd like to say that it's the wonderful teaching that he gets here when it comes to history, but it's the subject. He absolutely loves the subject, and it's a blessing. Anybody else got anything else to say about the first source? Jack, go on.
I think it's all going to be Victory because it is from a British newspaper.
Brilliant. That's a really good answer.
But from source 5, because it's been taken by German troops, that's obviously going to be a victory for Germany.
Right, that's a really important thing to pick up on. I mean, there are occasions where you'll spend no longer than 2 minutes in your class, and then there's other cases where you can't get rid of him. He'll be staying over lunchtime to finish a piece of written work. Whenever you see things like that, you go home thinking, you know, there's a real purpose behind what we're doing, and it does really inspire you.
I like everything about history because I know it. So, like, if it's like Henry VIII or Jack the Ripper or Hitler, Romans, everything. I just like history.
So, we're going to try and get ourselves out of here in the next minute.
In a few weeks, Jack and the rest of Year 9 will have to choose their GCSE options. However, the school will have final say on which courses each student will study.
Well done to you.
With history, I'm hoping I can go in. I'm hoping to come out with an A in that, and that's my goal, to come out with him.
Jack goes to see Deputy Head, Mr. Steer, to discuss his options.
Right then, go on, pull up Mr. Burton's chair. So history is, how do we get on? You know, it's the be-all and end-all for Jack academically. It is the only one he wants to do. And I have to make the decision soon about whether or not I let him carry on doing it. Now, I've got to be honest with you, OK? Loads and loads of people said history, OK? We have to look at how well you can do in the exam, what your chances of passing that subject are.
Yeah, still good.
It's not your behaviour. And just point out that it's not your behaviour at all because you work well in it. It is that history is a very difficult GCSE, a lot of writing. Because if I put you in a GCSE knowing that you couldn't pass it, it's not really fair, is it, for you?
I know.
Yeah. His writing ability and his comprehension ability are of a much lower level than they should be. At the moment, if he carries on as he is, we'll be lucky to see him get a grade E pass. However, the flip side of that is where he's most engaged. This is a lesson he never gets thrown out of. This is a thing he can cling to. It's all about giving him something that he has to look forward to. So that one is construction history, that stays the same. So your first choice, construction history food.
Yeah.
You won't find out for a few weeks yet.
I do.
Keep an eye on you, see how you're getting on.
I do.
Right, cheers very much. Thank you very much for that, Jack.
How would you feel if you weren't able to do history next year?
I'd be gutted. I wouldn't be happy, I really wouldn't. I'll probably go to Mr. Mitchell and have a word with him about it, isn't it?
Missy's really down at the moment because she thinks she's short.
No, I don't think I am. I know I am.
I
Can't
don't
get away
tell
from
her
it.
she's short.
I don't either.
You do? You call me a hobbit?
I never called you a
You
hobbit.
actually did call her a hobbit.
I'd only
No,
been
who
here.
called you a hobbit and I just...
No,
So
I
went
said
along with it.
over Christmas I've been to see the Hobbit, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
said,
oh, yeah.
"How's the family?"
Yeah, but
I
he
know.
called-
I
He called you a hobbit.
As the term goes on, Jack's behaviour declines. In particular, his problems with other students.
Who do you think he is? I can't even... Who are you looking at? Shut the fuck up.
He gets angry because he thinks that people are giving him evils. I think he assumes that people are having a pop.
There's a prick he is all the time.
I think he's got a very sensitive hair trigger, if you like, in there. Because you could say good morning to him and he'd go off on one. Sometimes, if he's that way out.
Yeah, touch me again, I'll fucking break your nut. That's what they said, that I was a time bomb, and the fuse is getting shorter and shorter because I'm getting angry and angrier, and bang, just explodes one day. I walked past him, he goes like that.
That's the sort of stuff that you say.
So he's
when
already
you-
said something to me, so... if
That's the sort of
I will
stuff.
do. I will end up hitting him.
That's the sort of stuff that
So I
you
do need to stay
Right,
away
Jack,
from him,
I'm
don't I?
trying to... 3 times I've tried
Oh,
to talk
fuck
to you,
off.
and you're talking over me.
Fucking hell. I think my problem is I don't tell anybody about it. Oh, fuck off, man. Until it's too late. I bottle it up. I bottle stuff up. Just gets bigger and bigger, fuller and fuller.
Yeah, come on, Jack.
Come on. Come on then. Yeah, throw water on there.
It's lunchtime, and a dinner lady has to break up some trouble between Jack and a younger student.
Yeah, little. Off you go. I'll kill him, little midget. Little bastard. Stick a parking cone up his ass.
The dinner lady who witnessed the event reports it to assistant head, Mr. Burton.
Jack, will you just come with me? Just come with me.
What?
So what?
About what?
Just walk and talk, come on. Right. What have I just been told by that dinner lady?
Don't know.
Sure?
Yeah.
No idea at all what I've just been told?
No.
Think long and hard about what you might have just said to somebody.
No. Can't think about.
Nothing to a student who walked past?
No.
Right, you can deny it all you like, Jack, but the point is, something's happened down there. There's an incident, and you know it has, yeah?
Mm.
I'm gonna have to investigate it, Jack.
Yeah?
So come with me, please.
Whatever.
Right, you're just sitting here for a minute, and then I'm gonna come back and deal with it then, okay?
Have a seat there. Okay? Miss, could you do me a favour and write down as much detail as you possibly can about what happened? Yeah, if you could, yeah. Thank you very much. I've got a statement about this incident, and it is a serious thing. Is it Miss Melissa?
Yeah, why? What are you
To ring
doing?
your mum. I need to come and get you.
Why?
Because she's go home.
I'll walk home, I'm not bothered.
Jack, just wait there.
Bollocks, man.
You can't get out of school anyway.
I don't give a shit.
Is that Jack's mum?
That's bullshit.
There's been a bit of an incident with Jack at lunchtime. He's been aggressive towards another student. So right now we are going to ask him to pop home for the afternoon.
Whilst they investigate the incident, the school decide it's best for Jack to go home to calm down.
This is shit, man.
You're able to come and get him? That's great. Bye-bye. Has he gone out of school? Okay.
Jack? Jack?
Your mum's on her way.
Your mum's coming to collect you.
Whether he's a special case or not, we can't have younger students being intimidated, and we can't have them feeling as if they're not safe in the academy. So he has to be sanctioned, and it has to be a serious sanction to make sure that he understands the severity of right and wrong. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the situation with Jack that a lunchtime supervisor has written me a statement saying that he threatened to shove a
traffic cone.
I thought it was a pine cone to start with, but that wouldn't make no sense. So it looks like a potential short-term exclusion if he has said the...
If indeed he's said such wordage, then we have no option.
Form an orderly queue. You'll get up there, but just be careful.
Listen, one.
Let's go to my office.
Do you think some maybe tougher-minded critics would say you should have got rid of him?
Yeah, I think quite a few people would say he should have gone by now. He's not fit for mainstream school, and he'd be better in specialist education. But while things aren't disastrous, because they're not disastrous, we can deal with Jack.
I'm going to be calm today. I've promised
Good man.
myself I'll be calm.
Good man.
Right. So, the reason I want to talk to you is because yesterday you got yourself a bit het up when we were chatting about it, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sure that you, ideally, wouldn't be storming out of school like that, would you?
No.
No. So, tell me what you need to tell me about yesterday lunchtime.
Jordan were with me and he were hiding behind the locker. So he made
Do you regret being badly behaved?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
What would you change?
Probably not being so cheeky with all teachers and like shouting in faces and that. I'd change all that. I'd change my reputation and that.
Right, Jackie boy, here you go. I'll see you in a bit, all right?
Because teachers think I'm like really bad behaviour, but it isn't really. I'm a good lad deep down. Just my anger. That's the bad side of me.
By the end of the day, Mr. Burton has statements from all the students who witnessed the event. He decides to exclude Jack for a day for being verbally abusive towards another pupil.
So that would be exclusion to commence the 10th. Ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the first 3 or 4 months that it was here, staff, including myself, probably all thought, he ain't gonna last. There's no way he's gonna last. These outbursts are just all the time. And it's gonna be a real hard ask, if you like, to keep him here. But I don't want that child kicking out of school because there's work still to be done that we can do.
It's all steamed up, I can't even see.
Oh, shush.
Max, empty your mouth.
I'm not chewing.
Really?
Turn around, right eye. No, He's doing an exam. Turn round.
It's Monday and Jack is back in school after his exclusion. His mum has been called in for a reintegration meeting with Mr. Burton.
It's incredibly important that the messages that we send out to Jack are not just heard by Jack. Right, this has gone wrong. This is not allowed to go wrong again. Because if it does, it's trouble. If it does, your place here is under, serious jeopardy. But to have Mum listening to that message with Jack and the realisation that we mean business is fundamentally important.
Right, OK, so we know it's not all just you, and we know people wind you up, and I appreciate that sometimes you're somebody who you can react to that, can't you? Obviously, we can't have it because it becomes a risk within school. Now, people were very, very, very impressed with you, certainly with the quiet. When we see you with a smile on your face and enjoying yourself and working hard at something that you enjoy, it's brilliant. But this kind of stuff undermines that and it takes it away. It's not a time for joking at the minute, I'm afraid. It's a time for you to get some serious graft done and think about where you're going. There is this tendency, isn't there, for it to go a little bit wrong. Now, where do you think that comes from?
I think it's from his past school because he's always got bullied all the time.
I don't think it's that, Mum. I don't know. I feel like I'm so angry all the time. I don't know why though.
You feel like you're angry all the time?
Yeah.
And can you pin that down to anything?
Well, you said to me before that you get angry when people say stuff about me and Emily.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, it's natural. When people say things about your mum and your sister, you're going to be defensive. But I certainly won't go around throwing people into lockers and all sorts of things. I want to help Jack because I see a bit of a lost soul in Jack, and I see him as somebody who really is just floundering. He may look kind of like a brash 14-year-old lad, but at the end of the day, he doesn't know his arse from his elbow sometimes. He's somebody who needs a bit of direction. He needs maybe a positive male role model, and he needs somebody who really will kind of listen to him and understand, or try and understand, what he's going through.
You know, like when you see on like castles got big doors, like a fortress. That's what I am. It's just like clamped shut, and I have to like open doors and to let people in, let them know that I'm a good friend.
What you need to do, you need to use this as a starting point.
Yeah.
You need to decide that, right, enough's enough. If there's a confrontation, I'm going to step away from it. So we're back into lessons today. And what kind of assurances am I going to get about your behaviour?
I'll just do my best.
And that's all we ask.
I've had a few problems here, but it's got sorted by teachers because they actually do something here. I really like it here. It's good.
Good lad. OK, thank you.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's in the right place. So although he's problematic, he's happy. And he keeps saying that even when he walks out of school. I don't want to walk out, but I have to. Because if I don't, I might smack a wall or I might swear. But he wants to be here, and when he does end up being excluded for a short period of time, he's desperate to come back, and he's desperate to try. He just finds it really difficult to follow through.
When you're 14 and 15, you think that no one's ever been through what you've been through. You think that no one will have been as naughty or has been as disruptive as you. And I see that in lots of kids. So if they need a hug and they need somewhere for a shoulder to cry on, then that's what they get. But if the children I work with need a telling off and a kick up the backside, then that's what they get also.
What's in here?
A group of Year 9 girls are waiting outside the staff room.
Miss Nine, can you hurry up, please?
No, I can't hurry up. I'm having a meeting with them.
Mrs. Marsden has confiscated some of their belongings, and the girls are demanding that they're returned.
My hair.
Can she have her stuff, please?
No.
What? Where is it?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. The times that you have been in my room and I've helped you out, and now you're making a laughing stock of me.
You don't have to laugh now. Just give her stuff back. Is it?
Are you getting it back talking to me like that?
Keep it anyway.
I think I can.
No, you can't.
Well, just watch me.
I want my stuff back.
What you've got to think about is, if you're speaking to somebody like that, they're not going to cooperate with you. I would recommend
She's a silly old
that you
woman.
probably go to your lesson. She's not a silly old woman.
She's a silly old lady.
Right, that's it now, Jess.
That's it, you've crossed the line.
Molly and Faith, would you like to come and speak to Mr. Barrowclough and we'll get it sorted out?
They've gone.
Molly, you come and have a word with
We'll
me.
have a word with Mr. Barrowclough first.
Never you mind what your brother's done, because you and your brother are totally different people.
The thing is, you're smarter than me.
No, you are going to get on. From being in year 7 to being in year 11, you've gone like that. Listen, I didn't do anything at all at school. And I was naughty and I didn't do anything because I'll tell you what, I was everybody's mate. And I thought it was great. And I even laughed when I got my envelope open and I'd got 0, 0, 0.
Putting a face on.
Putting a face on. Do you think, you don't ever say that. Do you want a hug? Come on. I do, because somebody's just called me a silly old woman.
Have they?
No. I'm not even silly. I've just had an awful time, but anyway.
Are we ready to go up?
What's he done?
He's been a little bit rude. So he is going to apologise, because if he doesn't apologise, he's going to spend the rest of his natural life in detention. Mark my words. I jest not.
Miss.
Oh. Thank
That
you.
made me feel better.
Oh, that's definitely made me feel better. Thank you, Tyler. You're a little star. It's just our job. Be there every day when they come in and take whatever they throw at us without any grudge or anything. And for some of the children, this is their only stable part of their life. Whenever they come past my office, I'm sat there with an open door.
Any ideas?
Is that why, like, you like fall in love with someone and you marry them, but then you start hating them and you divorce them?
No, you don't think that at all. You think, I love this person, I want to be with them for the rest of my life?
Aww.
Or they want a passport, one of the two.
So, if you have a look closely, this is where Dunkirk is now.
It's a week since Jack's mum came into school for his reintegration meeting, and Jack is trying hard to apply himself in class.
Who wants to give us the definition of Holocaust? We'll go with Jack.
The Holocaust was all about the mass murder of hundreds of thousands of Jewish people.
Fantastic definition. Well done.
But around school, he's still wrestling with his temper.
I nearly said it, miss, but I never saw you. You're my witness, I never said it, did I?
Right, let's get some fresh air. Well, you know what they're trying to do, don't you?
Probably trying to wind me up.
There we go. But what do you think you did on this time last week?
I would probably headbutted him.
So we're making some progress, yes?
And it's not long before Jack's anger gets the better of him.
Shut the door.
Why?
Because nobody else is allowed out there, neither are you. Move away from the door.
I'm only putting my head out for somebody. It ain't illegal. I'm actually going to go and get my lunch now.
Jack, I'm not dismissed yet. You're
Well, sir, if I
being
stay-
insolent and
if I
rude to me
stay,
now.
I will actually swear at you, so I'm going to
Well, you can swear, as long as nobody else hears you.
Just leave me alone, because I'm going to...
No, I'm not going to leave you alone.
He's bullshit.
Jack yesterday was picked up 4 times by Lynn, a contact email. He was picked up 3 times by me. I've never seen a kid get beyond 85 behaviour points in this school. Jack's on 170, it's January. He is of a single mind that he is right about everything. Everybody's out to get him. Everything should be bent round him, and we can't provide for him within a mainstream curriculum at the moment. We're lucky in a way that at the moment he is just all talk. But there's going to be a time when he has a go at a kid, and they're going to have a serious altercation. And he's difficult to restrain. But that lad should not be in lessons because he's a bit of a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He needs to be across an inclusion.
Straight away. The sooner the better.
They remove Jack from most of his lessons and give him time in the school's inclusion centre, a temporary placement for students who are struggling with mainstream school.
If inclusion doesn't work for Jack, Jack will be permanently excluded, end of story. I don't think there's any question about that. The behaviours that he displays will develop, and if he's not supported emotionally and behaviourally, he won't make it. He just won't make it, and he will become my first permanent exclusion. I will have let him down.
So tell me about the lens. Is it more curved than it should be or less curved than it should be? Ellie, go for it. Not sure, she's having a really good think or she's dreaming, one of the two.
Are you talking to me? I was daydreaming.
There you go, yeah, sure.
Yay. 15 minutes left of the lesson and all we've wrote is my speech.
Last night, staff coming in for your sweets.
Oh, I know. It's constant.
Do they just come in for your sweets?
Yeah, not for me.
Let's have one then.
Jack, where are you going?
Jack has started his new partial timetable. He will spend most of the next 6 weeks based in the school's inclusion centre.
Is that all right with you? Oh my God.
Inclusion's phenomenally important in schools, and in our school in particular, it's really, really important. We've got a number of kids that can't cope with, you know, the start to finish stress, if you like, of school life. Lesson by lesson by lesson by lesson, being told how to do things, what to do. It is somewhere where they can go and just receive additional support. And that might be behaviour support, it might be counselling, it might be advice, it might be emotional support. A raft of things.
Happy, cheerful, and always got a big smile, but that's what I'm putting.
Jack, that is lovely. Write it down then. Right. Can anybody remember what is self-esteem?
How you feel about yourself?
Fantastic.
Really what it is to improve my anger and that, so like to lower it down and get my fuse longer.
It's full of beans today, isn't it?
It taught me that it was alright to express my feelings without hitting things or shouting or fighting.
You've got a big smile on your face.
I'll just do that one.
Inclusion's a little bit of a magic cupboard. Now that magic cupboard might take a couple of days, it might take a couple of weeks, it might take a couple of years, and some kids are in there a lot. But they come out of there, they look different, they feel different, they've got a better mood, they feel more chipper. Something's worked.
It's got the same source that's on the board.
Jack is soon to find out which subjects he'll be able to study at GCSE. He's back in some lessons now, and today it's history.
You know, when Braveheart, that's actually set on William the Conqueror. It's just sicko because he literally gets his head decaffeinated. He just literally, his head just...
Decapitated.
Yeah, that's it.
Not decaffeinated, that's a type of coffee.
Oh yeah, decaffeinated. Excuse me.
What do you think's happened to Germany by 19...
He's also being given extra tuition by Mr. Giffin to see if he could cope with the demands of the course.
Because when they came, he just literally, he crapped himself.
He did crap himself, I suppose, yeah. I don't think we'll write that.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to write that.
Jack is partway through his placement in inclusion. This morning, Mr. Mitchell has called him to his office.
Right then, things better?
Yeah, much better.
So who have you fallen out with since you went in there?
Nobody.
Nobody at all?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
So, is this the new Jack?
Yep.
You're helping yourself massively, right?
Yeah.
By behaving yourself.
Right.
You do realise that having one-to-one's a real privilege,
Yeah,
and working in
yeah.
small groups is a real privilege. Do you know what, though? It's fabulous to see you smiling for a change. Not tearing round my corridors, effing and jeffing.
Yeah.
I have still no doubt, despite all the challenges we faced with him, that with the right encouragement and the right setting and the right socialisation, he can still be successful. Is everything absolutely hunky-dory?
Everything's fine.
And what about at home? Your mum being really supportive and you...
Yeah, bro.
She's seen a change to you since you got home? Yeah?
Massive change.
Massive?
Yeah.
And you're smiling?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
I
buzzing.
just wanted to check in and buzzing.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Manchester?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, whatever. Right. Good. I'm glad I caught up with you because I need you to know that I know what's going on.
Yeah. Do it.
See you, Jack.
Is it too many resources to be put into one child?
We have a responsibility to educate the whole child and every single one of them that walks through our doors. So no, I completely refute the allegation that we plough too many resources into socialisation and pastoral care. We don't. I would plough more in if I could.
Thank you very much, love.
You're welcome.
Gentlemen.
I am.
Since the introduction of year leaders, everything
it's gone up.
Everything's improved.
Nobody could argue with that, though.
No, it's very true. It's factually correct. And I think you do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I do think you do a wonderful job. And I think you bring a certain je ne sais quoi to certainly my day. And you provide not only academic support, not only academic support, but pastoral care.
And sweets.
And the sweets.
And the occasional tea bag.
Okay, cheers, John.
It's time for the Year 9s to find out their final GCSE options. Jack is called to Mr. Steer's office.
Your first choices were construction, food, and you wanted to have a go at history for your third one. Right. So start with the construction. The construction course that we were going to do this year, you're fine for it, by the way, you're on that one, but it's changed. It might be called resistant materials instead of construction when you do it, but you're on that one, OK?
I don't know.
Second one, food. Straight on, no problems at all. Right, history. Now, there was over 80 people wanting to do history, and we could only have 30 in each class, which is 60. So, speaking to Mr. Giffin for quite a long time, Mr. Giffin has agreed to give you a chance with history next year. All right? I've had to do a lot persuading you, Jack. A lot of persuading, all right?
How did you feel when Mr. Steer said that you were allowed to do history?
Buzzing. Just brilliant. On top of the world. Just so big relief. As soon as I got home, I went, can't surprise me. Doing history. You know what I mean?
We couldn't take it away from him, you know? He'd have been gutted. He'd have been absolutely gutted.
I'm amazed.
What?
I've just been looking at your file. And what last time you had a behaviour incident? Can I tell you?
Yeah?
Would you be surprised to know that the last time you had a behaviour incident was then? Over a month ago. Take a seat for a second.
Yeah.
So what's changed then? What's different now?
It's like I've thought about stuff and I've like realised I've got to start. And I've learnt that you don't have to kick off to show that you're upset.
You don't have to kick off to get attention either, really, do you?
Yeah.
So if you rated before the Thorn Centre your life in school out of 10, what would you have given it?
Probably a 3.
You know what my next question's going to be?
Probably an 8.
An 8?
Now, yeah.
You're at me, aren't you, with your scores?
8's good enough from 3.
It is, it's massive, yeah, it is. But what could we do to make it 10?
PMA, positive, mental, attitude.
That's it.
I'll see you later.
See you later, love. I would hope I would work this hard for any child, whichever school I worked in, but I work even harder because these children are part of my community. And their mothers are people that I grew up with, their grandmothers are the people who I grew up with, and they've trusted us to do the very best for their children.
What you want to do? Breathe like that. Boom. Come on, you got someone's on there using me. You know what I'm saying? Just belt it out of it.
One more time and then we're going out.
I've changed a lot. So much of a change to me, it's unbelievable.
Do you appreciate all the work that the teachers do?
Oh yeah, appreciating word, just amazing. Amazing school, amazing teachers.
Oh, I'll just go and check isolation and everything's locked away.
I want children to remember me and tell maybe their children that there was this woman at school or whatever I said to her, she was always there. I'll reach out my hand for you. However horrible sometimes it might be, there are so many other minutes that are not horrible and perfect. If I could have tailor-made a job for me, this would have been it.
And it is, and I just love it.
Just call my name, I'll be there.
Some people might think it's a lot of hard work wasted. Don't agree. Disappointed that he's moved on. Thought we were really getting somewhere with him. I hope he looks back fondly on his time at the academy and thinks, people helped me out here and they've started to turn me round.
Did he find a place for himself there?
I think he did find a place for himself. I think he actually, for the first time in his life, probably enjoyed coming to school. If that's not success, I don't know what is.
Next time.
If you've been saving up your best spellings and your sexy punctuation, when do you use that? Now.
English teacher Mr. Burton takes on his toughest class yet.
Sir, I feel like I'm in Antarctic.
I wish you were.
He struggles to help one student find his voice.
I think in his mind, he's kind of expecting it that in some kind of almost Hollywood moment, his stammer's just going to disappear like that.
And the rest of Year 11 say their final goodbyes to life at Thornhill.
I just want you to be happy. That's all I want. And I'm getting emotional now.
If you missed the toff-tacular return of Made in Chelsea to E4 this week, it's waiting to take you to SW3 on 40D. Well, next, Channel 4 goes to the bogs. Up All Night, a new series of documentaries about how Britain behaves after dark begins in the nightclub toilet.